in an establishment.
What's happened today?
Mickey's fucked it.
Jack's fucked it.
Yeah, it's one of them.
No, it might be a technical problem with the booking
the
system.
website, the calendar with the website was
If
down.
Mickey didn't go to Bristol, everything would have been sound.
What's that got to do with the price of bacon?
Fuck all, mate, as long as it's vegan. We'll do it like
I'm sorry, up as well. I'm starving, mate.
obviously get down here.
Where are we eating at?
My Spice and Grill, Kirkstone Road, Leeds, Barley, LS4.
Now then, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Fuck's Sake, Mickey. No, man.
So normally done in one take, to be fair. We've never done this before. But this is what happens when you don't have a few beers.
Yeah, that's it. Like.
I'm only joking. Crack on.
Right.
Let me just get out of that. Get out of myself.
Anyways,
Fucking hell, it's going.
right. Okay.
Salve.
Happy days. Now then, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Smogcast. As always, I've got the lads Michael and Jack next to me. We're going to start off the show just by discussing something that we sort of forgot to bring up in the last podcast. Michael, a lot of things happened in Thailand, mate. It was a very, very eventful holiday. Fill us in, mate.
It certainly was, mate. So overall, good holiday. Bang on. But about halfway through, having a dance, a boogie, one would say.
Yeah.
And fell off a ledge. Fell off a ledge, landed on my left leg. And I was that drunk. I was just like, it's sounding that. But when I went to go and stand up, fell back down. Obviously, indication that something's not quite right there. Do you know what I mean? No, I was like, yeah, that's a bit pagged. Got picked up and put on a seat. I just thought, I'd be alright and that.
Yeah.
And enjoyed the rest of my night. And then when I go and stand up to walk back to my hotel at the end of the night and fell over again because I just could not put any weight on the leg at all. So it was pagged. Two blokes, two lads that carried me all the way back to my hotel. Like, you know, remember the King's Chair in Skill?
Yeah.
They give us a King's Chair all the way back to the hotel. And we were in this, it was like up this massive hill. And there was loads of steps. These two guys, King's Chaired me all the way at the top, mate. They were pagged. Breathing out the arse, I was like, yeah, king of the castle, I have a chair. You know what I mean? But I was still pissed at that point. Woke up the next morning and I was like, yeah, this is bad, this. Managed to get to the hospital, but like PP Island's mad because it's so small, there's no transport on it, because it's that small of an island. Like, there's no bikes, there's no cars, there's no nothing.
Well, you can't even get a bike?
No, like, no.
Do they have roads?
Like, no, there's no roads, mate. That's what I mean. It's a little island. It's like a party island in Thailand, right? Yeah. They've got, like, shops and all that.
So you get there on a boat?
Yeah, you get there on a boat.
And then that's it?
And then that's
You're on foot?
Because you can walk round it. It's that small. You can walk round it, like... Obviously, it'd probably take you about 20 minutes to get from one side to the other, or something like that.
Yeah, that is small, isn't it?
So there's no transport on out like that. So I'm like hopping all the way to this like hospital thing.
Is your hospital on the island, or do you have to like?
Yeah. It was like a room smaller than this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So gets in there and that, and they start having a quick examination and whatnot. And I could tell by the faces, they were like, yeah, it's not clever, that.
That's above our sitch.
Yeah. Well, they were basically saying, like, what they'll have to do is like have an X-ray to see if it's broken, which I didn't think how it was. And then they were like saying, oh, we'll do like a CT scan or whatever it's called, you know, where they can see into the muscle.
Right,
is that what they're called? Something like that. And then we'll give you some crutches, give you some medication, send you on your way. It's like something like 2.5-3 grand or something like that.
Did you not get travel insurance?
So I got travel insurance. What they were saying was though, right, we want cash money now up front, and then you can
it
claim it back. And I was like, I haven't got $3,000 just to be slapping down on that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Who does?
So I was like, how much for them crutches then? And they were like these proper old school crutches. And yeah, I got them for like £100. I was like, we'll deal with it when we get home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then for the that was halfway in the old day. The old day was like 16 days. So I had like another what's half 16?
8.
Quick maths and that.
yeah. I wasn't too clever in school, but yeah. So the rest was spent in an hotel room with my leg up, raised. Absolute nightmare. I like climbered out a few days round the pool, but like every time I went out, I seemed to wear it more.
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Slipping on crutches and that, like round pools and
yeah.
that. But yeah, about like 3 nights before we came home, I managed to pluck up the courage and take my beautiful now fiance for a lovely 3-course dinner and that. It was nice, and couldn't bend the knee.
Yeah.
So I just sat there on a chair like I was like. But yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
The whole experiences were wicked. But yeah, I'm all right now.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. So I have to get an operation, but that's like, you need to get your leg better first and get it stronger. So I'm going to like physiotherapy and whatnot. And then in a couple of months' time, I can have. So I've done my ACL, and I need to have an ACL reconstruction. It's like what a lot of football players do. It's like career-ending stuff in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I walked in, and they were like, you don't have to have the operation, by the way. But they basically said was, going forward in that, if you're doing anything strenuous, like any pivoting movements and stuff,
Pivot.
it'll go again. And I was obviously, I love a good dance on a dance floor. Do you know what I mean? I don't really play footy in that, but like these days, but like I couldn't think out worse than going to an event and that and just having to stand at the back and just like.
That's not you, that is it, mate?
It's not
like,
me, mate. Like I like to be like getting that energy going on the dance floor. Do you know what I mean? And so I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. But like in a couple months' time and that when I've got the strength back up, because I lost loads of weight in the one leg. It's mad when you just don't use it.
yeah.
It's just like how skinny as.
What's it called, like atrophy or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
Yeah, you got to build the strength back
Sketchy,
up.
that's that, innit?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm off the crutches, going to
days.
my physio. I've got my exercises.
Yeah. Happy
Yeah.
days, mate. Happy
Bang on.
days. Yeah. So, well, so a couple of months then you went to get the operation then.
Yeah, so because I'm going through the NHS.
Big up the NHS.
Big up the
Yeah,
NHS each and every time.
Each and every time.
Same. It's gonna take like 6 months, so like that's the waiting list on it.
Shit, yeah.
So
Well, before you get an operation.
yeah, so
You know.
I've got like a month or 2 left of physiotherapy. Once he signs me off and says, right, the leg's got full like mobility and stuff, and it's like back to how it was, then they can operate. But until that point, so I've probably got 2 months, and then you put your name down. Then
You know, it's
6
mad
months
though,
wait.
they're saying that, but in reality, mate, it could be even longer, mate, with all these strikes and all that.
Yeah, true.
yeah.
That's it. It's
You
gonna
don't
be
even know
further.
the state of like
Aye.
what like the system's going to be in fucking 3, 4, 5, 6 months.
You
That's
don't
the point,
like
that, exactly. They're trying to bring in like more privatisation, aren't they? So
Yeah.
that might just like mess it all up even
It's
more.
pagged like
Fuck the Tories.
fuck the
Yeah,
Tories.
fuck the Tories, mate.
But yeah, I'm not bothered if if it subsequently means that I'm waiting longer for this knee injury. If like them nurses can get better pay and what
Yeah,
they
of
deserve,
course,
I couldn't
absolutely.
get.
Well, yeah, you're not
I'll
asking
wait
about
a
that
year
again,
or
though,
two.
like,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And it's just one of them things, innit? But
Yeah, of course.
yeah, I'll be back on a dance floor in no time.
Yeah, mate. And congratulations for popping the question, man, mate.
Yeah,
He's
man.
getting married.
Yeah, man. It was nerve wracking. Like I'd like a full spiel wrote down, like all written out.
Did you say it all?
Didn't use any of it.
No. Well, no, like I did, like after I like gathered myself and that, like so initially, like I'll just tell you, mate, because you know what, why not?
Yeah, obviously.
I was like, so like, will you marry us and that? But like I had this.
Marius and that.
Marry us in that. That's what I said. Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, yeah.
Are you still doing your proposal stuff and that? Yeah. So they're on proposal stuff in there.
Yeah, but once I gathered myself and that, like I told her everything what I wanted to say
Yeah,
initially.
yeah.
But like, basically, lovely like dinner that we had, like this private dinner and stuff. The lady who was serving us, she took my phone initially. She's like, I'll take some photos and all that. She obviously knew but I was going to propose, but we hadn't spoke whether I was going to do it before the dinner or after the dinner or whatever. So I was like trying to like work out what was going on, giving her eyes as if to, are you going to do this now or am I going to do this now? And that, like, a bit,
Yeah, you're like,
you know,
making the
like,
first
what's going
move.
on here? And then so me and Becky sit down and she just comes over like this and she goes, I'm recording. Like that, and then I was just a bit like, whoa, it's heavy this. Like, what do you mean? Like, and then I was thinking, I'm gonna have to do it now, because if I don't, I'll probably sit there and just pick up my food and that, and be too nervous to even enjoy the night.
Throw
do
the
you know what I
vibe, throw
mean?
the
Like,
vibe at the moment.
yeah. So I just took a deep breath and went for it.
Yes, I love that. I'm fucking
Yeah,
shitting
man.
myself when I do it. Like,
Yeah.
nerve-wracking in but congratulations,
It is,
mate,
man.
for picking the courage. It was a lovely way to do it as well, mate. Like, it looked gorgeous. Like, when you was doing it.
Well, that's it, man. I know we use a lot of his phrases in this podcast, but where's Louis Hasty? If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it.
Fucking do
Might
it
as well
properly,
do it,
mate.
like.
Absolutely, 100%. Happy days. So yeah, so Mickey's on the mend with his leg.
Yeah. How have you been?
Yes,
I feel like we haven't like spoke properly because of Christmas and that. When was the
Yeah.
last podcast? It feels like ages
It was
ago.
before
Yeah,
Christmas.
before Christmas.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then obviously Christmas happened. Like
Yeah.
it's not really.
Do boxing.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it before Christmas? Yeah, it was before
Yeah,
Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you were on your crutches on the last one. That's weird as fuck, mate, because you were on the crutches on the last one and it didn't even come up.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, like, I didn't, like, and he walked in on the.
And we had to
crutches.
split
We
it
made
into
a point
parts.
of doing it as well.
We had to
Yeah,
split the
yeah,
episode
yeah,
into
yeah.
2 parts as well.
Oh yeah.
So if you're wondering, yeah, that's why.
Right. But yeah, I've been good, mate. Cracking on with the job and all that. Going on with jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Highly recommend it to anyone as well if you want to get on it. Yeah, it's going for the second strike, mate. And then
Wicked.
hopefully going to start competing probably around September, October time.
Mint. Do you wanna drop your club in?
Yeah. So yeah,
come on.
onward jiu-jitsu, mate. Onward Brazilian jiu-jitsu in Meanwood, in Crunch Gym. Definitely get yourselves down there. Instructor matters a boyo. Wicked for you, obviously mental health, physical health, and what have you. And it's always good to start wrapping people up as well. Yeah, no, definitely got on it. But
Yeah,
yeah, mate, it was good. I went to an open mat event like a few weeks ago in Middlesbrough. Well, I was in Stockton like for Stealth. I also where Tom Richo on that go. Went with Tom. It was a massive eye opener because obviously I've only ever been doing it in my gym, and then like going to another gym, like seeing
Different
the,
levels,
the
yeah.
standard like I would say Jamie proper drills them like their main instructor there, and it was wicked. Like learnt a lot. Done like a gi session for like an hour, and then doing like a 2.5 hour rolling session.
It's a gi session.
So like the gi, you got your kimono and your trousers
Oh,
and stuff
right,
like
yeah,
that.
so-
Then just like a 2 hour like you can either do gi or no gi, just like sparring with people and stuff, having a roll about. I'm pretty sure I got my nose broke, because there was about 80 people in the thing,
Let's have a look.
and yeah, and basically like we were all like doing like the sparring thing. It was the first sparring session like of it, and I was rolling with Tom. And we got like proper close to like this like over 2 lads who were doing it, and someone's like foot just like came over as I like tried to get on full mount, and it just like smacked my nose, and like straight away Tom just went, I heard the click there, and I was like, yeah, I think I broke it, and mate, it was knackered, but it was all right. I managed to get through like the couple of days. I woke up on Monday morning, I had like black eyes all around there and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Brutal,
It's
mate,
mad
brutal.
because like although like it's grips and holds and stuff
yeah,
and
yeah.
like techniques like that, but like I know like Fanny's had an injury. I think Sailor's had an injury
Oh, yeah, I've
already
been-
and stuff.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
been injured, so like
100%,
you
yeah.
do quite.
I
There's
think
a
you
lot
need to
as
be
well.
really flexible, don't you? Really. Like.
Yeah, really flexible, but
Do
the
you
other
do
thing is,
stretches outside of it as well?
yeah, there's a lot of like different flows and like exercise and movements you can do. There's a few Instagram pages that do it and stuff like sort of like movements and exercises that will help you in there with like your flexibility and like your agility and stuff as well. But the main thing is when you start out, and I'm guilty of it as well, a lot of people like really tense. And like, do you know, when you're sparring with people, like when you're gripping them and stuff like that, you can feel the tension. Like I'm guilty of it myself, but when you're sparring, you just got to be like in the zone. You just got to flow with it and just be loose and things and like, because at the end of the day, if you're like really rigid and like really tense and
tired
stuff like
easier
that,
as
exactly,
well.
you get tired easier and like it's harder to like be quick and agile and stuff. But if you're just like loose with it, if you're like flowing, you can just move about.
I always
more.
find that mad, you know, when you're watching UFC, say if they're up against the cage, like wrestling or grappling, and like they're just sat there like taking a breather and
That's
that.
it,
And I
yeah,
think like,
yeah.
how are you like chilled out there, mate?
That's it. I know, mate. That's the thing. Like I've been in some, like, obviously we've all been in positions before, like whether like fucking getting into violence outside for like whatever reason and stuff like that, and like you just sort of in the moment and thinking, but like, you know, when you're in the gym and you're just like sparring and stuff, there's times where like you've literally got a bloke who's like 16 stone like on top of you, like crushing your face, and like there's an element where you think like don't panic, you're gonna be all right, but then you start thinking straight away, fucking hell, like I'm gonna get out of this. You just gotta like be composed, and that was the thing like that. It took me a little while to click on as well, as like I was always just like reacting to something, you know, like someone done something to me, I was like panicking a little bit and just thinking, oh, I'm gonna get out of this, but then ended up in a worse position if you just like chilled, knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, because you're not giving yourself time to think properly.
Exactly. And like when you are like in that fight or flight response sort of thing, you're too busy thinking like, oh, fight or flight, you're forgetting all the techniques and everything that you've just been fucking drilling. Like, you know what I mean? I've been in a situation where I've literally done like a drill, went into sparring, got into that situation where I've just been drilling it and then not done it because I've just been too busy panicking. And then when I'm going, I'm thinking, fucking hell, I should have done that.
In your own mind. But
It's wicked though, man. Like, really works the like the mental side as well as, you know, as the physical side. But I would definitely recommend anyone to get on it.
Yeah, man.
100%. Or any exercise in general.
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%.
What about you, Frenchie? What you in?
Well, since Christmas and that, since fucking, do you know what, mate? Like, I feel like this month went really fast for a start. Like, I can't believe it's the end of the month. That's why I thought it was the 11th of January today.
Do you want to give the audience a little insight?
Oh, fucking hell, mate. What today's into? Oh, it's fucking it, like, yeah. So we were meant to fucking obviously book the studio and that, record some sets and that, which we will do. We'll do it next week, won't we? Next week, next Thursday.
Next Thursday,
so that'll be all coming on the channel as well. Some sets, some jungle, drum and bass, footwork. But yeah, we were meant to go there today, spend a full day on it, but obviously someone booked the studio for 2 weeks before it was meant to be in. So, I mean, that's that one out of there. You don't really need to dwell on it too much.
Pirate Studios, you need to get your booking calendar sorted out.
Yeah,
there's a lot of issues with that, by the way.
I swear it wasn't me, I swear it was Pirate Studios. Big up Pirate Studios though. But, wasn't me. Yeah, since that as well, nothing, you know, like I've been slow into the new year, I've been grafting, been working. Went to some football games, which was shit because we got beat, but we're smashing it now, we're third. Third in the league, big up Borough, always, up the Borough.
Up the fucking Borough.
Today, it's been one of them days, hasn't it, mate? I don't really know what to say, but we're here now. No, it threw me off a bit earlier.
Yeah, it did.
We had a good scran about it, mate. We done a little food review earlier, and that was a good crack. I've been cracking on. I've been doing obviously my cold water therapy thing. 13 months in, also highly recommend. If you see my social media, all 200 of you. You'll
all 200 of you.
You'll see that I've been doing the cold water therapy, but I've been doing it for like 13 months now, and like obviously it's all there online. You know, all the knowledge is there online. You've got like certain people like Wim Hof and then like Cold Plunge Cam and like these people who are like been doing it for like decades, who've got all the knowledge and saying this and that, climbing mountains, doing this, doing like an hour and a half in water and stuff like that. And people are like, yeah, it's bullshit, it's this, it's that. But like literally the only way to like know for yourself is try it for yourself. And like literally all I can do is like go off my own experiences, and it's changed my life. Like personally, I don't really get depressed, or like I don't suffer with mental health anyway. Like I'm very blessed that I don't really find myself in that situation. But regardless of that, because a lot of people think it's just that, like physically and mentally, it's improved everything in general. Even though you might think it didn't need improving, it's still improved my life, in every way possible. Like because like anything you might challenge in a day, like it most likely probably wouldn't be harder than what you've already done. Like when I do that every morning, like whether it's like 7 a.m. before work or like 11:30 on my day off or whatever, 13 months in, I do it every day, I don't miss a day. So you'd think, oh, it's just part of your routine, which it is part of my routine. You get in the shower, boom, you do it. But every day, no matter what, before I turn it freezing cold, and for some reason, my shower is fucking brutally cold when you turn it cold. I have that like little 2 minutes like battle in my head where I'm like thinking like, I'm telling myself, yeah, but you've already done it like fucking 300 and odd times every day. And then like, I still have that little blag in my head going, yeah, we'll just skip today though. And I'm like, why though? Like in 3 minutes when I've done it, like I'll feel 10 times better. And like, but because it is, you are putting your body and your mind under, like, I was going to say unnecessary stress, but it's not unnecessary stress. It's very it's very necessary stress, because what you go through at that point just like takes everything else away, and no matter what you go through for the rest of the day, it's easier than that.
100%.
So like big things you're tackling through the day, whether it's shit news or like something physical or whatever, something might throw you off. It's just easier to get through it. I can't even describe it without like, you know, you've done it. You've done it. You've done it. You've done it. But like, you know, like we've all done it. But and you know yourself, like afterwards, it's not even like, oh, it's something like, oh, I have to do for 2 weeks, 10 days to feel the benefit. First time you do it, as soon as you get out,
unbelievable.
It's mental, isn't it? Like
your body, your head, just like. It's like a rush, isn't it? When
you do. You feel it like you feel like the worst. I said the worst one was technically the best one. The best one I'd done, which was the biggest challenge, was I went and done it on my own. It was like fucking -1. It was like ice and stuff like that. Water was freezing, and
this is outside, yeah.
Yeah, outside. For the rest of the day, like obviously for a few hours afterwards, you obviously like you feel really good, don't you? And obviously it's like that. You know, like your natural like endorphins and stuff eventually will wear off. If you go to the gym, buzzing as the day goes on, comes down, doesn't it? That day, like 6, 7, 8 hours later, I was still buzzing. Normally, when you have your shower and that, you know, for a few hours, you're still buzzing for the rest of the day. But like, that was like the longest benefit I'd had from it, and like it was because the water was at its coldest. It's fucking mental.
When we done it,
Speaking of that though, by the way, he's on it tomorrow. We're gonna do one tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do one in the morning.
Jordan and Aaron
in the morning. We're all gonna do one, yeah.
Outside tomorrow.
It's meant like, you know, you're saying now like about going and do it on your own. That's even harder, right? Because like when you're with people, it's almost that it's that group mentality of like, we can do this.
And the thing when you're in the shower as well by yourself, like that's like, it is hard doing the shower, but when you're outside as well, it's a whole different thing, because like you've got all the water going around you, you're trying to stay like still as well at the same time. It's like a whole different level. Like I do feel a massive benefit when I have a cold shower, but when I've done it outside, like the fucking benefits are just like 10
It's like more. As well, like I know every time I do it on my own, like whether it's because obviously we'll all do the bare minimum shower at home. You know, if you can submerge yourself in water, it's better personally. And I always think like every time I get out the shower, I think I got out like 30 seconds to a minute too soon there. But it's just because if someone's there going, you know, smash it out, do a little bit more. You will do a little bit more.
Well, I went to go and get out when we did an outdoor ones before, and you grabbed my arm and went, nah. Like,
then you smash another 40 seconds or whatever, don't you?
Another 40 seconds, boom.
That's the main thing outside.
It's mental, isn't it?
Outside is your breathing as well, though.
Yeah, it's like after the first minute, a minute and a half, like the first minute, a minute and a half, I feels like really physical. Then after that, like it becomes like more the mental thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Personally, it's definitely helped me with depression and like mental health and stuff. 100%. I've noticed like when I haven't done it, so I've done it and on and off and stuff.
Yeah, because you've had breaks, haven't you?
I've
had
like breaks
in
and
between
stuff, like, do you know, and it always seems to be like, if I'm suffering with like mental health or anything like that, and like certain things are interlinked, you know, it's not just one thing. That's why I'm like at that point in like feeling like that. But then I'm always never doing the showers then. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just one aspect of it, obviously. But I'm never doing the showers when I'm feeling like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the best time to do it.
And that's the best time you should be doing it to get you, stop you feeling like that. Do you know what I mean?
At least you've done something. I feel like as well when I get up in the morning, like, cause I've got like quite a demanding job. It's like what Jack was saying there. It's like what you do throughout the day is probably not going to be harder than that. Do we need to get that sorted out, or are we all good?
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright. We just keep going anyway. Yeah, like, cause like going to like quite a demanding job, like I'm going to be faced with like loads of shit throughout that day. Like I feel like I have to do it because like once I've done this, anything that's going to happen like won't be as bad. So therefore, like I'm not going to get that much of bad news. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know, it's like a wee little blind I've got myself in.
Though, isn't it? It's like if I can do this now, anything today I can take on.
Absolutely. The best one I've done as well when we done the outdoor one, me, you and Farney, and then me and Farney went to jiu-jitsu after it. and like just had a lethal classmate. I just felt like it's sort of like so in the zone and stuff. It was mint.
It's nice to do it. Obviously, a lot of like sports people, footballers and whatever sports, they do them after the games and stuff,
like
don't they?
Yeah,
it's nice
so
to,
it's cryotherapy,
it's
innit?
nice to go to the gym and then come home and do one then, because your muscles are just so much more like.
But them cryotherapy things, like there's a place in Leeds, I can't remember what it's called. I mean, like it probably costs a fortune as well. Like where you go in the proper machines and they set the temperature to the proper things and stuff like that. But I've just got this thing up here, like for anyone who doesn't believe what we're saying, like there's a thing here where like there's a case study which involved a woman who experienced anxiety and depression since the age of 17. At 24-year-old, she began a trial program of weekly open swimming water swimming, and over time her symptoms decreased so significantly that she stopped taking medication to treat them. 1 year later, her doctors found that regular swimming in freezing cold water still kept their depression symptoms at bay. So,
that's amazing.
That's on Healthline, by the way, guys. If you want
that's
to
on
check
a very credible source.
Yeah. There you go.
That's
Proofs in the pudding, innit?
Like.
And that's just one of like
Many.
a million like cases.
For like how many testaments, do you know everyone who's doing it?
I wouldn't do this every day if it wasn't benefiting me.
Yeah, no, of course.
It's fucking
brutal, isn't it?
It's fucking horrible.
Like, it's like, why would you put yourself through that?
For two minutes out of 24 hours in your day. If you want to do 3, 4, 5 minutes, get it down your boat. 2 minutes is all you need. But starting off, I think when I started off last December, literally, mate, I was doing like 15, 20 seconds. And like by like 7 to 10 days in, I was on like 1 minute and 20 seconds. After a month, 2 minutes.
Just building up.
In the summer last year, mate, it was knocking like 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes out. Obviously back down to like 1.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, depending on how cold it is now.
Yeah.
But obviously starting next month and getting through the summer, you'll step it back up again, how long you can stay in. But,
I just thought then, I know it's a bit of a random one, you on about like the cryotherapy stuff that's in Leeds. Do you know if there's any like flotation tank things in Leeds? I'd love to have
it probably comes in with all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do you know,
Have you seen them?
Do you know where you can go and like...
In the city centre.
City centre, yeah.
It's £45 for 45 minutes.
That's not bad,
That's
you
not
know.
bad, that. I'd love to have a go at that. It's like, do you know, they fill like loads of water. It's like room temperature,
Like
coolest
sensory
water.
deprivation
Yeah,
tank.
sensory deprivation tank. They fill it with loads of like salt and stuff, so you basically just float in it. They close it over so you're in pitch black, just floating. And like, it's basically like sort of enhances like...
Is that what Joe Rogan's got?
Yeah, Joe Rogan's got him and all that and stuff, but like it's good for like meditation, you know, like and getting like into your mental state and all that sort of stuff. But, like, maybe, you know what I mean? Like,
Is that the cryo?
Loosen the mind up a little bit.
No,
then
it's its own thing, yeah.
So cryotherapy uses ice, I believe.
Yeah, that's
Well,
just
the
free,
cryotherapy thing I've seen, yeah, like it's like it looks like you're walking into a fucking stand-up sunbed, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like that's the one I've seen.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, you know, Josh Warrington. I've seen him go to the one in Leeds on his like social media and that, like after training and stuff, like to put a cryo thing. But I think it's called Leeds Cryo. But find it on the socials anyway. But like
Infinity Float. Was that the flotation?
What is that in
thing?
Leeds?
Yeah, I would love to have a go at that. Like, we should definitely go.
So
on
what?
that
Like, I still don't understand the
So,
concept of this.
so,
Why?
it's basically just like sort of like a form of like meditation.
What's it
or
called,
something.
John?
Right, okay.
So it's basically like a big, it's
Like
like a
floating
big bath.
water?
Yeah, so
Right.
like a big bath sort of thing, but it's like got a lid on it, and it's like filled with like warmish water, so you're not cold or anything. They fill it with loads of salt, so you float.
Right.
You basically just lay there, float, and close your eyes. So it's like you
Infinity
can't.
Oh,
feel
so you
yourself
can't.
sat down.
So you can't
Exactly.
take. And then they
And
put
then
a roof over
Yeah, they
it.
close it so it's pitch black, and you just float and close your eyes, and it's meant to be like deep meditation
That does
thing.
sound.
Oh, it's in
Sounds
round
amazing,
there, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to have a go at that.
Yeah,
mate,
that
man.
does.
That thing
sounds
there,
mad.
yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I've heard like the people that do it as well, like it's helped with so many things, like with like depression, anxiety, even like your creativity and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, man.
yeah, because it's just like a very deep form of meditation. I'd love to do it.
When I've tried to meditate in the past and stuff, it always seems to work better when I'm in the bath.
Yeah, that's
What's
that
that?
must be yeah.
Meditating.
Like,
I can't do it anywhere else. It seems to just always work.
maybe like
In the bath.
similar like thing, Joy, with like a flotation tank,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sensory deprivation or
maybe.
something. I don't know. But there's also that thing, isn't it, as well? Like I've definitely had that where like I've been in the shower and I have like really creative thoughts, like really like introspective or like philosophical ideas by the time I got out the shower and dried, I forgot what I was thinking about. But it's always in the shower.
It's
innit?
in them
like
places, isn't it, where like, you're not really thinking about much.
He's
I've
the
really like
thing
it,
in Leeds
right.
here, so it's over round here, yeah.
Right.
So like mental health and stress, sleep and physical recovery, back pain,
There you go.
other benefits.
Creativity,
meditation, sleep. Yeah.
producing.
It's
And
mad
is
that
this
because
the
I don't
forum
really
one?
know
Yeah,
much
yeah,
about
yeah.
this. I know I'm aware of them, but I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
nothing about them.
Yeah, we'll definitely get on that like one time.
Have a look at the. Yeah, we'll book a session like.
100%. Happy days. Happy days. So yeah, so we've had a Mickey in Thailand. We've had the flotation. What how was last night anyway, mate? Jeez, you've been about, haven't you? You've
Yeah, I've
busy,
been
mate.
all over, mate. I'm knackered.
Yeah, I can imagine, mate.
Absolutely
I can imagine.
knackered. Last night was good, so I went down to Bristol for Chronicles with the Corridor crew.
Shout out Corridor Crew every
Shout
time.
out Corridor crew. Do you know what the guy who runs Corridor crew? I think it's Conor Mosley.
Yeah, Boyo, innit?
Yeah, proper nice
Yeah.
lad. Looked after us as soon as I walked in and that, like, you know, showed me some refreshments, like told us, just gives a look about the club. And
Proper
that.
host.
Yeah, proper host. You know what I mean? Do you know where you walk in places and you're like, obviously you don't know that many people
Yeah.
because you obviously you're not from that area, but they make you feel welcome straight away. So that was nice. And yeah, the event that was at the local club, the club's bang on. Like it's like you know, like railway arches sort
Aye.
of thing.
Like a tunnel.
It's like tunnel,
Yeah,
loads
yeah.
of tunnels, like, but it's cool how it's all set up.
Nice.
And there was like a tunnel going that way with one room, and then the next tunnel was the other room, and it was mint how it was set up. The rig sounded really nice, but yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed my set. Met a few new heads, some sound people. The energy was good, man. It was like everyone was positive and it was good atmosphere. I do need to say a shout out actually.
Oh, right, yeah.
So like guy come up and I'd noticed that he was playing before me. I was just stood at the back enjoying his set. And he comes up to us afterwards. And he was like, "Yo, Mickey," and that. He was like, "I'm loving the podcasts." He's like, "Keep them coming," and that. So I was like, "Oh yeah, nice one." Like, do you know what I mean? Because normally it's like talking about music or what have you. But like, yeah, this was a bit of a positive feedback on the podcast and that. So I want to shout him out. It's GMT, and I think he's running with Stomp Project.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, because
they-
aren't they like in collaboration with Corridor Crew?
Yeah, I think they
something
do
like
things
that.
together
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But Stomp Project put the sound into the second room,
Right.
which I was playing in last night. But yeah, unfortunately, because the drive was like 5 hours, I was knackered. I bailed about 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, just too tired, man. It's hard to do on a sober one, but it was really good. So I didn't get to see Yakov. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
I really want to see him because I do rate his tunes. But yeah, it was a wicked event. It was proper nice. Yeah, like not that many people turned up, but I was told by the organisers that there was like another 3 big events on in in Bristol on the same night. So it's probably why. And I think you
Competition,
mentioned
innit? It's January as well,
innit?
innit?
That's it, yeah.
And in general, mate, like what we already spoke about a couple of episodes ago, like how fucking hard it is to be throwing events at the minute.
That's
Yeah,
it, exactly.
yeah.
There's loads of things
It
going on.
is.
Cost of living, mate.
Cost of living.
Your plastic forks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. Yeah, no, the good crew, the Corridor crew. Like, I really enjoyed it when I went down there as well. Probably looked after us.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice vibe as well.
It is
Love
a
going
good
to
vibe.
Bristol and playing down there.
It's nice, isn't it? Like, it is a proper hub. Like, it's a proper... it is the capital of the rave scene.
For
isn't
our
it?
scene,
For our
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
scene and that,
absolutely.
like... And it is nice going down there, but it just gets you out as well, doesn't it? Like,
That's
a little
it,
day out and that.
That's it, yeah, a little day out. And that, when I went down there, I think was it one? Yeah, it was for the Corridor crew. I stayed at Charlie's, like C3B's, like on the night and stuff. Woke up the next day. Well, it was a mad one anyway. Like after the event, we ended up going back to like the studio and made some like tunes and all that. And then like they were still out. I went and got my head down for a little bit, woke up, and I took like a walk down Gloucester Road, like the main road. It was beautiful because it was like summer, sun was out, there was like loads of restaurants, people chilling and stuff like that. Then I went to this like vegan takeaway, it was like a vegan fast food place called like Uwe or something like that. Got like a burger, there's like chicken wings and stuff. You sat on the
I've
riverbank.
got them on
in the sun.
Instagram, it's green and white.
Yeah, green and white.
Food looks banging.
Mate, it was bang on, mate. Like you just sat there with like your burger with chicken wings and stuff like that. Like sat on this like riverbank in the sun. There was like loads of people mooching around with like the tunes on mini rigs. I was like, this is fucking mint. This is as if I've been paid to like come down here,
Yeah,
do a set
man.
and all that, and now I'm just like chilling eating my food and that, and I'm gonna go home soon. Like it was mid, mate. I loved it, mate, man. Like
That's mint.
proper lucky, man. Like that was one of the times, you know, like obviously like there's been many times through doing music and things like that where I've just found myself thinking, fucking, I am so lucky to be doing this. Like massive appreciation to whatever's got me at that point, and like that was one of them. Just thinking
Yeah.
as if I've just like came down to Bristol, like done a set,
That's it.
being paid, having some scran in the sun.
The appreciation of afterwards
Absolutely, mate.
and
absolutely.
just sitting and having your scan.
Yeah.
It's like the little things, isn't it? Like
That's it.
yeah.
Especially like with COVID as well, you know, because it was a time like probably like maybe like what like a little bit before COVID and stuff where we were just doing it every week, and it sort of just felt like we're gonna do this for the rest of our lives, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
like COVID was a massive eye opener, and then just like
Yeah,
getting older as well, do you know what I mean? Like having more responsibilities sort of like reduces the time going out and doing things, or like ability to go here and there. So when it does happen, yeah, very appreciative.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Well, have you managed to look into the Bolter lineup?
well,
been
yeah,
released on
I'm
it.
very
Yeah.
impressed personally.
Yeah, same,
I
yes.
think it's a
Some
really,
good names
really
on
good.
I can't
lineup.
wait to see Pete and Baz.
Yeah.
I can't
Pete and Baz,
fucking
mate.
wait to see them, mate.
That's
They'll
it,
be
isn't it?
mint,
To be fair, like the main stage like lineup's good this year,
Yeah.
like Ocean Wisdom, Pete and Baz and
Yeah.
that.
Pete and Baz are jokes, man.
Pete and Baz and that.
Wait
I'm a
to see
geezer.
them, mate. Yeah, I'll be buzzing when I see them, man. Yeah, it was good getting Ocean Wisdom as well, mate. Like, I was surprised,
Yeah, that
a little bit surprised, but obviously at the same time.
Do you know
being
what,
part
mate?
of
I
that crew,
thought I
like,
was a
part
little
of,
bit surprised by that. Like I didn't really take that for a Bolter booking.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, anything's a Bolter booking. Bolter will book anything.
That's it,
like
mate.
they'll go from any extreme or like whatever.
Well-
but I just sort of didn't expect that.
Mate, it was funny. I remember I was out last night with the work. Like, I was telling like one of the lads at work about like what we do and stuff, and about Bolter Festival. And like I was telling him, Joe, like Devo was like one of like the headliners the other year and stuff. He just like came on the stage with the fucking iPhone and Knox cable and stuff. And he was like, imagine how gutted you'd be if you've been working for years and like you got booked for a festival and you found out the headliner was Devo. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like that's Bolter's crack. That's the crack of Bolter. That's what you want, mate. It was funny.
Because they've went from like Devo to fucking
Spice Girls and that, do you know what I mean?
fucking what's it called? Fucking
Spice Girls. No, not Spice Girls.
what they're called?
What they
Fucking
called? Venga
Venga
Boys.
Boys,
Not
that
Spice
one.
Girls. Venga Boys. I know. Yeah, fucking hell.
Spice Girls. Yeah. Fucking-
Maybe the Spice Boys were there.
Yeah, Venga Boys have had there, haven't they? What else
Yeah.
mad have they had there? Fucking... What's he called? He's from Leeds as well, what's he called? Fucking... That mad one who
Beans on Toast.
No, not Beans on
He's
Toast.
there again this year. Really.
What's he called?
Yeah, you on about the
Plays
guitar
the
guy?
guitar.
Oh, Captain Hot
yeah.
Knives.
Yeah, Captain
Yeah,
Hot
yeah,
Knives.
yeah.
He's fucking raged as well,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was when I said Beans on Toast. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Captain Hot Knives. Don't know why I said it.
Beans on
He's
toast.
some-
Nice.
Not yet. Oh yeah, potentially. Like skinheads on a raft. That's what Dad used to call beans on toast.
Yeah, that's what it is. Skinheads on a raft.
Skinheads on a raft. Yeah. From old school slang that,
Yeah,
mate.
skinheads on a raft. Yeah.
Mad.
In happy days.
I can't wait for it, man.
But yeah, Bolter, 25th of May to the 28th of May.
Get on it.
And yeah.
It's gonna
What
be
we saying then? Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, wrap
Short
this
and
up,
sweet
man.
one.
Ah,
Just a
yeah.
little catch up. You
Yeah,
know
it
what I
was
mean?
Good little
Yeah.
catch up. Should have a few coming this in February, shouldn't we? Another 2 or 3, I reckon, in February.
Yeah,
Gonna be a busy one for us.
Yeah, got a busy one to make up, and then we'll get ahead of ourselves. So
Yeah.
More guests.
That's it.
it's like a new studio set up.
Yeah.
Positive, innit?
Leave a
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
as
Leave a
always.
comment,
Drop
interact
a
with
like,
us. Interact.
Yeah.
Let
Let us
we'll
know
wrap
what you
this one
think.
up.
We'll fucking rip you everywhere. Nah, I'm only joking. It's all love. But sign off then, Nadia.
Sign off.
Yeah,
Peace
nice
out.
one, guys.
Like,
Peace
comment,
out.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Turn on your post notifications.
Yeah, man.
And watch them roads.
Watch your roads always.
Nice
Positive.
one.
Let's go.
Rigged up.
Bye.
Rigged up.
How long is that?
37 minutes.